The DEA, this was actually quite funny reading the memo. They're requesting, not being told, no, they're requesting. The chief of the DEA is asking for the Department of Justice to give them sweeping powers to spy on you. Now you're going to tell me, oh, really? Like they haven't been doing that shit already? There we go. Thank you very much. Good night. They have the documents. So here you go. Anyone protesting George Floyd's death. All right, so the Justice Department gave the agency the temporary power to enforce any federal crime committed as a result of the protests over the death of George Floyd. What does that mean? When you have a system that runs on fascism, well, it's more fascism. They say it's temporary. It's not temporary. This is not some, 14-day period where, they need to have extra tight security. No. This is a way to criminalize speaking up against racial injustice. It's a way to criminalize anyone protesting George Floyd's death. You are guilty by association. You are guilty by extension of just having opened your fucking mouth. They can do whatever they like. Look at this. Here are the documents. It's just it's a page and a half, right? So this was written by the acting administrator of the DEA. And so they say, the guy acknowledges, he knows, the DEA investigative authority is set forth in this title code here, this law, and in the Controlled Substances Act, is limited to enforcing federal crimes related to drugs. As the federal crimes being committed in the wake of Mr. Floyd's death are largely not drug-related, DEA's ability to assist our counterparts is limited. I love how protesting murder is a crime, but not committing murder against civilians. If you're so concerned with crime, don't you think you should investigate the police who killed George Floyd and others like them? No? Just a thought. So they want to assist their counterparts. Yes, they're dying to help their fellow men in uniform. Accordingly, in order for DEA to assist to the maximum extent possible in the federal law enforcement response to protests, which devolve into violations of federal law, once again, murdering unarmed civilians, that's not a violation of federal law? No. Where were you rushing to protect blacks, the DEA? Oh, where were you? DEA requests that it be designated to enforce any federal crime committed as a result of protests over the death of George Floyd. Okay, and they want this authority on a nationwide basis for a period of 14 days. So what are they going to do? They want to conduct covert surveillance and protect against threats to public safety. Meaning they want to spy on you illegally, and anything they don't like is automatically a threat to public safety. Share intelligence with federal, state, local, and tribal counterparts, as if they don't already do that. And if necessary, intervene as federal law enforcement officers to protect both participants. Oh yes, they're dying to protect participants and spectators in the protests. Those too, even the media. Yeah, sure. Look, man, I'm going to summarize this very briefly. This is the DEA asking to be set loose on the general public, just like they're seeing the state troopers get that chance, the National Guard, now the active military. Now they're like, yo, when do we get a piece of the pie? Come on, give us a chance. They're dying, man. They can't resist. They know it's hunting season. They know they have a blank check to do whatever the fuck they like. They literally want to covertly spy on you. No warrant, no fucking nothing. Yes, these people who claim to uphold the law don't give a fuck about the law. They just want to do whatever they want. Crazy, right? You're seeing now all of the arms of the government in cohesion coming together rather, to make sure that all protest is criminalized. And if they suspect that you're participating in these criminalized protests because you're a danger to public safety, and they would love to protect even the spectators, of course, they're noble. They want to violate all your fucking rights. You got no fucking First Amendment rights. You got no fucking Fourth Amendment rights. Guess what? Because they ain't fucking rights. A right means you always have that. Okay? It means you always have it under any circumstance. This ensures you don't. Therefore, it's quite meaningless, isn't it? There you go. And let's not kid each other here. This is not Trump. They were already fucking spying on everyone. That started under Bush. And it would have started much earlier if they had cell phones and, electronics. Sure, they were already wiretapping anyone who the fuck any fucking person they wanted to. They're already tailing people that they didn't like. They were already making sure that they assassinated people who spoke up against racial injustice. Martin Luther King, just, one guy you might have heard of, just one. What about Malcolm X? You don't see a pattern here? That you don't actually have free fucking speech, you don't have Fourth Amendment rights, you don't have any of these fucking rights because at a drop of a hat, they take them away from you. You can't negotiate with them. They don't even let you know. Fuck out of here, man. Come on.